family have owned this business since I think 1985, 86, so nearly 25 years.
Yes, I'm working here for 5 years.
No, I've lived in Tottenham for 3 years now.
5 years ago.
I'm Sarah. I've been working here for about 4 years.
7 years?
Yeah. I've been here since 1984.
In 2003 there was kind of murmurings about development, but no one knew what was happening.
I remember like 5-6 years ago, I went to the council and I asked, what is this thing that they're going to knock down the market? I mean, not even knock down. What is going to happen, because we didn't know anything about it.
Fast forward to 2007, I was still at university at this time, so I didn't quite know what was going on. But I just graduated back home and they had this exhibition on Ward's Corner.
We find out that the developer wanted to come to the market, destroy everything. We call it destroy, they might call it something else.
We all went to look at it. And it was a completely new site, new buildings. That, we weren't anywhere there. I remember when we got an invite to an NDC workshop, which was supposed to be about business support, about relocation, about setting yourself up. And then we sat in a room with the director of the NDC giving us a presentation about this lovely new development that was going to come and change the lives of everybody in Tottenham. And I just thought, how disrespectful. This room is full of people that are about to lose everything they've worked for, and you're telling them that they're going to be replaced with something nice and shiny? I mean, they had no idea what they were dealing with, and I think they was just so shocked by the reaction of the people in that room. They were angry, they were outrageous, they were shouting, they were crying, and everyone, the developers, the council, the NDC, who at the beginning of the meeting were sitting there with these big grins on their face, were just shocked, absolutely shocked. And I said to them, how could you not understand the kind of feelings that people have been going through in the last few years? We have been writing to you, we've been trying to contact you. So for you to be shocked by our reaction just really goes to show that you've had your fingers in your ears and you've really just pretended this hasn't been happening.
We know that the Council and Grainger's plans will tear down the entire Ward's Corner site, build private flats, a shopping mall, and evict businesses and residents. They'll destroy the market and they will change that part of Tottenham forever.
This is a unique place for businesses, not just my business but all my colleagues here, because it's more than a market, it's a community center.
I felt so down, and I felt like I'm let down by whoever is involved in those of demolishing the place. Because I don't believe they are people. Maybe they have different hearts. To me, they're heartless. Because I've got people behind me, or people earning from my ideas and from my skills. So if you demolish the place, that means all these people, they are cut off from our way of living life. And I'm not gonna seek from them, asking them for bread and butter. Where am I gonna get it?
We will be very, very sad if we will close, because this is our home and this is all of our God. And I can imagine our world without this place.
Well, ever since I realized I'm going to lose my business, I'll have to fight for it. Because if I don't have a business, how can I survive? Because the business is my livelihood. This is where I eat from, live from. So I have to fight for what I want.
There wasn't a cohesive interest. And because of what had just been put on their doorstep, they suddenly woke up and realized that, you know, we need to now do something about this. And the Ward's Corner campaign has helped to gel people together.
The model that was being proposed to us was to bring chain retail stores in, selling clone kind of goods, selling people a cloned experience.
This development was always going to affect a lot of people. It was going to affect people who lived and worked on that site. And they decided that it was not worth considering how that was going to impact on those people on the site, because they didn't know of a way in which to source those people's voices to bring about a development there that people would want.
They haven't taken any account of local feelings and local areas. They seem to be just bulldozing something that they've decided in their mind they want to do, and not taking any account of what the local people feel, hence the campaign. I think you only have to see the interest and the care that the local people have.
We believe there's a real sustainable model of development that could be built upon on that site, and we've been quite excited about that, and we would like to see that model developed, and that's really what we want to see happening there.
Right from the very beginning, we asked for a collaborative community plan. We wanted to keep the existing market. We wanted a plan which didn't involve asking anybody to move from where they were. We all valued the buildings in the area. We all could see what the buildings could provide everybody who lived here. And we all want the area to improve. And we're all willing to put the effort in to you know, enable it to improve, and we wanted to demonstrate that to the council before they took any further steps with the developers. And we presented them quite a detailed alternative right at the very beginning, before they had really committed to the developers or needed to commit.
What made us really angry is like the developer. Did you just come from another side of London, whatever, and they come here and dictate what is good for us?
End of the day, for my 25 years, since 84 I've been here, what they are giving me is not enough for me as well. I'm better off living in this place another 25 years more to serve the community around here, because I know the old and everybody around here, so I like to stay here and now to serve the people. So I'm not interested in developing this place, but we want to develop for our own way, not by the council or Grainger. We can do by ourselves, by our community.
So, you know, they use our kind of language. We're going to regenerate, we're going to make it open, we're going to make it greener. So they use our language, but what they're really doing is manipulating us. And I think, you know, we've started to see through all of that. And we're like, look, cut all that out. We know what you're doing. Stop playing those games. And I think they're quite shocked, because no one's done that up until now, not in Tottenham at least.
Such an uneasy feeling was in my heart.
It's the community just with the breakdown and say stop. That, I think, this is the feel of the community is the feel of this campaign. Okay, and then it's important because I think we are sending a message to not only to the area but to other the same problems, that you can do a lot of things, you know, to make the difference, to make a change.
It isn't my wish to confuse your soul, but I truly believe no matter where you go, you'll be always mine, mine, oh mine.
These people are not in a position to tell us how we should be improved. Simple. And anyway, do you want a development that's built on the back of ruining people's lives? For me, that's not regeneration. And they can't hide behind that language. They really cannot, because it's not. You know, this is about profits, and they should just be blatantly honest.
We're fighting like a big company where they got a lot of backings, they got like support, stuff like that. Where we are just like small people, but we're together, so that's the best thing. So if we stick together, it will work.
I think they never expect that the community it will react in the way that the community did, because I think that what the councils are used to do is just to do all these kind of things, and people to keep their mouth shut and then not say anything or not complain about anything.
I remember at the beginning we'd always be told, why are you battling, or why are you fighting a losing battle? For me it's kind of like, well, if you've got that defeatist attitude, you will forever lose. You know, we in this campaign we have partly won by the sheer fact that people feel like they can stand up and ask for what they deserve.
But it is the political structure of the council that is against us, so that needs to change.
And I think we have to start to fight back strongly, and we are not going to allow this to happen. We are fighters, and we will fight.